DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see defense. DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 36-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
First down, Jets.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Hamilton. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Paul ought to give up the middle. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. In motion is Likely. Gibbs will try and pick it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Jackson, options out left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On third down, Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn the pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 1st and goal, and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Gibbs straight ahead. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Gibbs again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. 4th down, a give to Gibbs. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Here's 2nd and 10. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Williams to return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Down to the 42, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
But, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 36.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Read option, this is Gibbs. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Another run for Gibbs here. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable. Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson rolling to his right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
In motion is likely. Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
In motion is likely.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
A toss out right to Gibbs, down to about the 32.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Williams, the man in motion left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 19 yards. First down, New York.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On play action, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
New York.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man here is Conklin. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 6 now.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Mahomes now to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. His 2nd catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Jackson now.
And that is incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. Back now on EA Sports, as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Micah Parsons in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
We all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
It's complete, Lazard. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 18 on the play. First and
Mahomes.
He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Mahomes. That's pulled in by Wilson.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
You talk about rookies having big statistical years. He had a boatload of these in the regular season, more than one per game, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Tucker with the extra point. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Mahomes.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Mahomes will throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.